Eugene Anangwe's story there. Now we have a stylist, one of the seasoned stylists we have in Kenya and across the East African region. She's got experience from Europe and also on the African continent. Wanja Knighton, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So I know there are countries like Ghana where every Friday everybody goes traditional. We all go African and people dress African all the way on Fridays. But what do you think of going traditional on the African continent, knowing that we have also the corporates who work Monday to Friday?
You know, when I look at our Kenyan women, I think we are one of the most best dressed women in Africa.
Right.
And I also believe that we can take the African fabric. If you think about kitenge, we usually think it's for our mothers. You make a skirt, you make a top, you have a kitambaa that you put on top of your head. But you can fuse it and make it your own. What is to stop you from actually using just a piece of that fabric, fuse it with something like silk, fuse it with something else like a white fabric, and make it your very own? And look at what is in the catwalks. You know, if it is a cape, you can make a cape out of African fabric.
Do you think that we've become so professional that we always look too serious when we are dressed up, that people now do not know when to look formal and when to go casual?
I think when it comes to dressing, we dress very well. That I give you. But there's also a little bit lack of understanding what to wear when. So you need to realize that a cocktail dress can never go to the office, for example, even though you wear a jacket on top of it. You need to realize what can you wear when, which fabrics are for the evening and which fabrics are for during the day. It's just the same way you can fuse, you know, something like a satin with your kitenge to make a cocktail dress. Yes.
All right. And so when you talk about what to wear, I know you've done all these webisodes and you're doing a lot of vlogging about what's happening and what to dress for where, what to wear for what occasion. But what do you think are the current trends now? What is in and what is so yesterday?
It changes. What I usually tell people, please do not try and chase fashion. It changes so quickly. By the time you've caught up with it, what was hot last week is just like a cold pizza in the following morning. So I say chase style, because fashion is a two-faced friend, and I'll tell you why. Because on one side, fashion tells us, oh, go experiment, you know, go and be creative, but also there are those rules and norms of what to do when. So in a certain way, to encourage you to be creative, but only if you know the rules. So you can either turn heads or shake heads.
Turn heads or shake heads. So which is the better?
She's the bigger sister, style, which is saying, I don't care whatever is on trend right now. If it doesn't work for me, forget it. I am not going to wear it. If, you know, short skirts or, you know, say for example, there was a trend that came in, which was crop tops. I'll be very honest, as a mother, when they were designing that, I don't think they thought about me, because really, I don't fit in there. But you realize these are for 16-year-olds. Leave it there, you know, because then you understand this will never work for me. Let me look for what works for me.
That stage of being crazy at 16, you know, they just might want to go back to that even at a later stage. So if the crop top works, why not?
I usually say this with dressing. Even before you say hello, we've already judged you with the way you look like. Say, for example, I go for my son's football game. There's a woman standing there in a miniskirt with knee-length boots and fishnets and lipstick and a crop top. Probably, you and I are not going to talk to her.
Right.
Because we are thinking she could be a Nobel Prize winner. But we are not even going to get to that stage because we've already judged her with the way she looks like.
All right, so what you wear makes a statement of who exactly you are.
Oh, certainly. It just tells me, by the time you see someone, you know whether to open the door or to close the door.
So what do you think of Rwanda's mushanana?
Oh, I love it. They're so elegant. They're absolutely elegant. And I love that they've taken something so traditional, so elegant, and made it so current for young people.
All right. And for people out there who would like to know more about style, what is the one thing that you would like them not to ever forget? When they're walking out of the house and going for whatever occasion it is, what must they have in mind?
Confidence. I usually say, you know, we all say, oh, I would love to have your legs, I would love to have your hair, I would love to have this. We always want what someone else has, and we do not appreciate what we have. Someone wants to have what we have. So I always say, no matter how many bulges, wrinkles, stretch marks come between you and what you imagine you should look like, Forget about it, embrace it. Say the serenity prayer, which says, Lord, help me to accept the things that I cannot change. You know, and just have confidence, because I think every woman is amazing.
So confidence is it?
Confidence.
And you look very elegant this evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wanja Knighton. And you can find more of her work on YouTube if you have time to go out there, and you can check out Wanja's What to Wear. And well, we'll now take a short break. You're watching Friday Briefing. We are going to be speaking to Bidanya Baraza, who is our guest anchor tonight. She's also the managing director for Top Image Africa, but also a cancer survivor. She battled with colon cancer, and she's going to be telling us how she went through that phase, knowing that it is Cancer Month, the month of October. Do stay with us.